I know you're not going to want to hear this, but you're not going to grow a music career unless you have engagement on your content, and you're not going to grow a music career if you're not reaching anybody on social media. Are you shadow banned? Are you just not reaching anybody? Is the algorithm against you? Let's talk about that. All right, so you make music, you want to do it as a full-time career, potentially, but you don't know what that looks like. You have no idea how to actually get to the finish line. Well, first and foremost, there is no finish line, just starting line over and over and over again. We call it milestones. If you're doing music right now, there's one thing you have to start focusing on right away. That's traffic. How are people going to bump into you and become a fan, right? We always talk about the concept of stranger to follower to fan to what I call family. A lot of people call it super fans, right? Kevin Kelly has a dissertation, 1,000 True Fans. And he says in that breakdown, if you have 1,000 people paying you $100 a year, then you have $100,000, right? Quick math. Here in America, that would be gross. You'd end up with like $58,000 after taxes and all the other BS, but that's neither here nor there. He doesn't address churn. Churn are people that sign up for the gym and then after a couple months stop paying. They sign up for Netflix and then after a year they don't renew, right? You get the picture here. We have to start looking at how to bring in significant amounts of traffic organically, and then we can focus on the ads. All too often, you guys see these agencies, you see these hucksters out there that are selling guaranteed this many views, guaranteed this many followers. They're totally organic. Run for the hills if they're telling you that, because they can't promise that. If they're real, they can only promise you that if they're bots, if they're fake accounts, if they can control it. We have to look at how to grow organically. The one big brick wall that people run into when it comes to organic growth is
Adam, I got on TikTok.
Adam, I got on Instagram.
Adam, I got on X or Twitter.
Whatever it's called these days, Facebook, YouTube.
And I had a little bit of growth.
But I did all this stuff and now I'm just not growing.
I'm stuck.
I'm stuck.
I'm stuck.
I'm stuck.
We have to quiet the noise because we all feel like that. No matter how consistent you are, there's going to be ebbs and flows. Well, ebbs and flows, right? The flows are good. The ebbs are kind of the slow periods. We have to look at how to consistently generate new followers, consistently generate traffic to get people to where you want them. And that's Spotify, right? That might be your website. That might be a show that you're at. That might be buying merch and so forth and so on. But we have to look at your content as the hook in the water that's going to catch people. All right, so I know that content marketing and getting engagement and getting that reach that we're looking for is super important, and I'm really enjoying talking about that. But one thing that you guys sometimes overlook, especially early on, is how you're going to get your music to everywhere that you need your people to be. DistroKid is the absolute best option, in my opinion, to get your music out there for pennies on the dollar, super cheap, to get it over on Spotify, get it over on Apple Music, get it over on everywhere that your people are. If you go to distrodiscount.com, it's going to be the absolute lowest rate that you're going to find anywhere online for a DistroKid membership. We're talking about less than $20 a month, which is insane for the amount of resources that DistroKid provides to you. So we need to work on consistency. We need to work on engagement. We need to work on your content marketing. But the thing you need to work on is getting your music out to the people, and DistroKid can help you. DistroDiscount.com, link in the description. And one thing that we don't like to talk about, one thing that I kind of avoid talking about because it kind of triggers people, is the fact that your content sucks. Could have worked in the beginning because the platforms, their mantra, their slogan, their catchphrase is, if you make them feel famous for a day, they'll come back for life, right? That's I don't know. Let me know in the comments. Have you ever had a post that just goes crazy? And then it feels like over and over and over again, nothing's taking, nothing's working. The algorithm is against you. I'm shadow banned, this and that. Usually it's because the retention graphs, the analytics, the metrics, all the scrapers and analytical tools that they use, the platforms that is, they use to trigger discovery, trigger reach, is telling them that people aren't interested in your stuff, no matter how great it looks, no matter how you bought an expensive lens for your expensive camera and all this other nonsense. Excuse me, I think I just burped. Hashtag video indigestion. We have to look at how to keep it interesting, how to increase the pacing, how to keep people on your stuff for longer. And there's a few different issues that I wanted to talk about real quick. Your content's probably boring. Your content's probably slow paced. Your content is too repetitive. If I did the same exact content wearing this hoodie in front of this set every single video, you would automatically, subconsciously think that you already saw it. So consistency matters, but consistency can also lead to boredom, can also lead to you're just burning people out. Talk about burnout ourselves, right? You're burning your audience out. Or the worst thing that you can do is sending people away with every piece of content. That'll work a couple times until nobody sees your stuff. I use the example quite a bit, but if you and I owned a barbershop and my barbershop was busy, I'm talking Thursday nights, Friday, Saturday, packed to the gills. There's 15 different chairs and they're all full all the time. There's people waiting for an hour and a half because you have that reputation to give a great haircut. You give that reputation where people will wait in line. But guess what? Friday night, Saturday night, you're packed. People are waiting outside and there's a barbershop across the road. And that barbershop isn't busy. That barbershop is new. That barbershop is looking for clientele. So what happens? Somebody from that barbershop might walk over to our barbershop and say, hey, no, you guys are waiting. I have 3 open chairs right now. Same price. Come over to the shop and I'll get you cut. That'll happen one time. Because if I'm the barbershop owner and I see that guy coming across the street again, either myself or somebody else will stop them from coming back and stealing business. I'll put it that way. We have to look at the platforms the same way, guys. If every single video, link in bio, go check out my new single, got this merch, here you go, click this, tap that, leave this comment, and you're sending people away from the platform. And what happens when you send people away from the platform? The platform that you don't pay any money for loses money because they can't serve ads to anyone else. So if your content is boring and people don't keep watching, if they're like, yeah, whatever, that sends a signal to the algorithm, right? Computer learning, the platform that, this person's content, this person's retention is not very great. And so we're not going to show this because when people bump into their stuff, they go off to something else and they don't care for it. That's why I say that we always have to edit our content with a spoon and not a scalpel. We overlook and we romanticize. I mean, same with music, but we're not talking about the music. Well, I'm doing a Trump here. I'm not going to do it. Chico's over here. He's going to get infuriated if I do my Trump impression. All right. There's a lot of people. He's going to kick my ass after this video. We need to start looking at how our content is landing, resonating with people. Would you feel comfortable with that content if you had a group of 25 people in front of you? Or would you be like, I don't know. How would you feel if 25 people were in front of you watching your content and they were all bored, they're sitting on their phones, right? How do you feel when you're playing new music to a group of people and they're not paying attention? Well, we have to look at the content the same type of way. Pacing. Yeah, write the stuff down, guys, right? Pacing, super important. How fast you get from the beginning to the end of the video while keeping interest, while keeping their attention. And then retention. How consistently are you posting content to actually give them something new to keep consuming? I'm not telling you, I always say, I'm not Gary Vee. I'm not telling you to post 81 pieces of content a day. But we have to continue to feed the machine. It's just like you can't realistically expect to build a music career on 2 songs a year, right? I know that some of you guys watching this right now are mad at me because they're
Well, if it's the best work I've ever done, Adam, these 2 songs that could really be my big break.
yeah, and then what? Then what? Big break, what does that mean? You're going to go on tour with 2 songs? A label going to sign you and have nothing to follow up with? They don't even have enough anything to crank out a whole project? They're not going to make any money back anyway. That's a whole different conversation. We got to make sure that our content is interesting. Our content is enough as far as quantity, quantity, right? People are like, I prefer quality over quantity. It's both. You kind of need both. And you know the fastest way of getting both? Repetition. It's not sitting there trying to make one piece perfect and then, are people going to watch it? Are people going to watch it? Are people going to watch it? People going to watch it? I'm going to make something else. Are people just keep going. Just keep going. Seriously. It's like if you want to learn how to play guitar, you don't just play one time and say, I suck. I'm never going to, no, you understand that you're going to suck. So with content marketing, you got to understand that it's going to take a while to craft your message. It's going to take a while to get good on camera. I've been doing this a long time. And even me, I get a little bit of anxiety before we hit record. In fact, True story, I almost didn't shoot this today because I was just like, I don't know, right? You got to get over it. You got to build the skills. Just like if I told you right now, your life depended on it, you had to go make some sales, right? At a sales job, you'd figure it out. You got to figure out the content, guys, because nothing's changing. People aren't just going to magically find your music. You need to make sure that people are like, you are serving your audience. I'll leave it at that. You are serving your audience. Make sure the pacing is interesting. Make sure you're giving them enough of what they want. Make sure to listen. Make sure to engage. And don't send people away every single piece of content. That's why I'm always talking about VCO, visibility, connections, offers. If you guys want a full breakdown of visibility, connections, and offers, watch this video next. I appreciate you being here. Let me know in the comments right now, 2 things, be vulnerable, 2 things that could make your content better right now. Subscribe if you haven't yet. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next video.